Macabre, it is time for another Kiss review. If you've been paying attention and if you've been a killer, cool subscriber, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. You have been seeing me put all these Kiss reviews up the past weeks, but I had to take down, or YouTube took down, all the Kiss reviews I used to have on here over a decade ago, because it had copyrighted stuff and video stuff and pictures. Really well made, I should say so myself, Kiss reviews. Now, you can still see them in the link below. I put it up at BITCHUTE. We're over there. They leave me alone. I can put stuff up. So if you want to see my original review of this album, the Peter Criss solo album, you can see it over there now. I will say this, my attitude toward this album has changed a lot. See, back in the day when I reviewed it, I reviewed the Kiss solo albums as in order of how I liked them. And Peter Criss was the one I liked the least back then. I don't feel that way no more. Next week, you'll see the one I think is my least favorite. But this album's, I grew to like a lot of these songs. Maybe that has something to do with me getting old. But, yeah, man, I dig the Peter Criss solo album. There's still a couple tracks on there that I'm kind of like, you know, I don't think I'll ever like those. But, yeah, man, some of the mellow tunes on here I really like. And I just think it's a really cool album. Yes, it's not a Kiss album, and that's why I've hated it since it came out in '78. Many, many decades till, you know, I got old, you know. By the time I was able to order in the back of the Denny's menu where it was 55 and up, that's around the time I started to like this album. So, yeah, you know, and what I'm going to do on here, what I've been doing on the YouTube channel that's different than what you'll see on the review that I did 10 years ago over there at BitChute with the link below, is I'm going to rank all the songs off the Peter Criss solo album. And there's 10 songs. So let's go. Let's rank them. All right, number 10, definitely the worst, without a doubt, Tossin' and Turnin'. And can you believe Tossin' and Turnin' was the only song they played from this album on the Dynasty tour? That's the one they picked out of this album, Tossin' and Turnin'. Terrible, terrible cover. Hate it. At number 9, one that, you know, people that dig the Peter Criss album love this song. I hate it. The first single, You Matter to Me. You know, Peter Criss is the only of the 4 albums that released 2 singles. And You Matter to Me was one of them, and I hate this song. I hate it. I hate the little, that little 70s sound effect. That's so dated and horrible. I never liked this song, and I still don't like it. But I will say one good thing about it. Tossin' and Turnin's worse. All right, at number 8, Rock Me Baby. A little generic. I don't really hate it as much as You Matter to Me and Tossin' and Turnin', but it's just kind of there. Yeah, it's a generic, hey man, I'm rock and roll now. Whatever. All right, number 7, I kind of like equate it with Rock Me Baby. Hooked on Rock and Roll. I feel like it's the same thing. It's not bad. It's okay, but And, you know, I also equate it with the opening track, which is number 6 on here, I'm Gonna Love You. That is my number 6. Again, there's songs I'm kind of like, I don't hate them. They're just, you know, they're just okay. Number 5, I will put it a little above okay, where it's not like I really, really like it, but I like it more than all the songs I already mentioned. And I used to hate this song, and mainly because, you know, now what kind of title is That's the Kind of Sugar Papa Likes? But you know what? I end up liking it, man. It's grown on me. So, yeah, I'm giving it to that one. And it's like really the only song on the album that's not mellow that I liked, that I pretty much like a lot. All right, at number 4, super mellow, man. Easy Thing. I love it, man. This is kind of like a Beth Part 2. Not that crap on Psycho Circus that Paul wrote. Oh, my God, was that a fucking terrible But Easy Thing, yeah, it's nice, man. It's mellow. I used to not like it, and I like it now. I like it a lot now. Now, the top 3 I love, all right? Number 3, and go look at the... I guarantee you, if you go look at that review I did over 10 years ago in the link below on BitChute, I don't think I praise any of these songs. I might. I know I praise my number 1 song because it's always been my favorite off the album, and I even liked it back then. When I hated the album, there was one song I liked, and it is still my number 1. But Kiss the Girl Goodbye would be my number 3. I don't know what I said about it in the past. I probably slammed it hard. I love that song now. It's such a killer, mellow groove. It's yacht rock. It's killer. I love it. And I also love yacht rock. All right, at number 2, Don't Let Me Down. Again, kind of like Kiss the Girl Goodbye. It's kind of got that mellow, killer groove. I love Don't Let Me Down. All right, at number 1, I Can't Stop the Rain. It's a song I've always liked. Even back in the day when I didn't like that album, I was like, well, it's got one good song on it. I like, I Can't Stop the Rain. And to this day, I think it is the best song on this album that I put it all the way up at number 1. All right, so what do you all think about it? Leave it in the comments below. Are you a fan? Do you hate it? Because I know there's people that love it. I'm not alone. I know there's going to be a bombardment of comments below talking about how that album sucks and this and that. And you know what? I was just like you many years ago. I thought that album sucked bad. But I changed. I'm sure many of you haven't. But then again, many of you probably a little too young. But then again, there's many of you that's probably my age that'll say, that shit sucks and I'm as old as you. But that's all cool, man. It's cool that you think it sucks. I think it's a pretty damn good album. It's better than one of the other 3 solo albums that I'll talk about next week. So thank you so much. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I really would appreciate if you did do that and click that little notification bell. I'd really appreciate that. And I'd appreciate if you liked the video because it's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and smack 'em a gob.